Hey, namaste, beloved ones, and welcome to Soul Mirrors. I am your host, Master Lady Kira Ra, and I am so excited to be here with you this evening. And as we come together this evening, I first want to give a big shout out to all of you that are tuning in over at TFR Live. Welcome. We are so glad you are here. I also want to give a big shout out to onenesstalkradio.com, where you can listen, you can actually watch, and you can chat. Also want to mention the call board is open. I already see callers coming in. 517-208-1500, 517-208-1500. Get in the call board because tonight is a very special show. Tonight is your show, and we're going to be using the call board a lot tonight. So this is the night where you'll most likely get on the air. And I also have tons of emails that have already come in over at guest@shriandkiraradio.com. If you cannot give us a call, please be able to send us your comments, your questions over to guest@shriandkiraradio.com. I also want to say thank you so much to all of you that are chatting with us right now over at YouTube at the Oneness Talk Radio channel. And thank you for joining us. And of course, over at Facebook and all the affiliates that are carrying this show. Thank you. We bow before you. And so, beloved angels, this is such a profound moment for all of us. It sincerely is. And for those of you that are watching, I do want to share with you that if you're taking my Gita class, you already know what's behind me. But this is our valley here at Tosa Blue Mountain. This is when I always say, I wish you could see what I'm seeing right now. This is the other side of my studio. And this is part of our valley. It's very, very large, but this is one little piece that we took a picture of, and right over there in the corner is our little Keternath that I'm always talking about. And so welcome to our beautiful valley here in the Paute area of Ecuador. It is an honor to be with you. And as we come together right now, I think before we go any further, I want to just bring a hand to my heart, and I want to invite you to do the same. And I want us to, in this moment, just feel the energy that's sitting in your heart chakra. And be honest with yourself. Notice it. You might not have given yourself this opportunity to do this all day long, but I encourage you to do it right now. Just really, really notice. And I will share that what I notice is like a heaviness. And I am noticing an energy that is very much 3D centered. And it was a fascinating moment today because this show actually is not the show that had been originally planned for this evening. This show last night, you ever have those nights where you wake up from a dream? And that is literally what happened last night. I woke up from this dream and it was so real that this show needed to happen, that whoever was here, whatever the momentum was, that this show needed to happen because density is at a moment of distraction that is unlike any that any of us have witnessed in our collective lifetime. And how exciting that we have chosen to be on this planet for this moment right now. And there is such a profound momentum. Remember, March is the energy of momentum. There is just such a profound momentum going on the planet right now that this energy of distraction is coming forward as almost a last resort. And that's the gift of it. It's like this energy is density kicking and screaming like a young child having a absolute, I don't want to say tantrum, but it's like that, right? It's like density is having a tantrum and saying, what else can we do to stop you? If this hasn't worked and this hasn't worked and this hasn't worked. And this is why the Uplevel calendar came through. This is why the lineage holders opened. And I have so much to share about the lineage holders. And I'm even going to invite my beautiful husband to come on a little bit later on and talk about that with you, because this is that moment where we must remember who we are. It is our moment where in tonight's e-card, if you got our e-card, I put it in there really clearly. What do you really want? And I mean that with all my heart and soul. Not that, well, I want this, and this. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at the core essence of who you are. What do you really want? And are you so clear that you can recognize and call forward? And I also put in the e-card that if you focus on what you love, and what you love is aligned with what you really want, then through that commitment to the focus, to the love, to being in that energy, attainment is assured. And so whenever we feel that we are in an endless loop, whenever we feel that we cannot make it, that we're not going to be able to make it just one more minute, I remember times in my life when I was taking it 1 second at a time, and that was enough. And then I would take it 1 minute at a time. And I remember screaming for just a moment of peace or being able to just make this all work. And in those moments, it is the opportunity to pay attention to what it is you really want. Because oftentimes what is around us is what we have been telling the universe we want. Because it's not in our words. It's not in that energy. Deep within your consciousness is an activator, a silent activator, so to speak. It is the energy that is propelled by the truth of who you are. Because no matter what, that's what's propelling. However, the truth of who you are becomes relative to the consciousness and the density experience that you are creating. And I want you to really breathe that in. This is why so many people can be so convinced of something that is absolutely perhaps not as true as they believe it is, because the level of consciousness that is meeting that energy, in that experience, it's true. And so thereby the truth of that energy is what's manifesting inside. And we are at a moment where there is such a blessing upon us. You know, yesterday on the 9th of March was this super full moon Uplevel moment. And it's massive. We're still in it. We're kind of in that bridge. It's going to start waning by tomorrow, but we're still in it. And so everything is up-leveling. And remember, this is the first of 3. This is a trinity of super full moons in a row. March, April, May. So it's like one energy field. And this energy field, it's funny, as I'm sharing this with you guys, I'm just like getting all these crown chakra tingles. This energy field is going to feel whelming if you're in that moment of distraction, because that's the intention. That is the intention. And if you are in the experience of your divine mastery presence, if you are able to honestly say yes to you. I even wore my yes shirt, right? Can you see it, guys? Where is it? Oh, it's around here somewhere. I wore it. There it is. See? Yes, right? If you notice the arrows, yes, right? So if you can say yes to it, if you can hold the ground, that's the gift before us right now. And it's all about focus on what you love and what do you really want. And so in the spirit of all of that, I want to go to some of the email that has come in, because everything that's coming in right now, a lot of you are really sharing in your emails. And I have lots of emails that have come in. We have lots of people coming in. I'm checking in on the call lines over here. Huge call board. We're getting to you, I promise. Hopefully all of you. And I want to start with one of these emails because it really is saying, I think, what a lot of us are feeling and going through. And then we want to hear from you. You know, tonight is about inviting you in as our co-host. You are here to share. What do you really want? What's going on with that? How is that manifesting for you? And are you aware of the energy around you? How is that navigating? Because this is a moment to really discuss that. And so I'm going to go ahead and I want to read a few of these emails. And the first one I want to read, this email actually came in after our Sunday show that Shri and I do together. And because it's in the energy of everything that's happening right now, I really felt it was very appropriate. And it also talks about another subject that I really feel is appropriate as part of the distraction energy. So here we go. Subject line. You guys are going to love this subject line. You ready? The rise in fear mongering. Don't we love that? I love this subject line. All right. Namaste, Shri and Kira. With everything up-leveling, the density and fear sure is too. I cannot believe the fear-mongering about the coronavirus. Bingo. One of the big distraction energies right now, even as we speak right here tonight, they are now, they brought in the National Guard into New Rochelle, New York to quarantine an area. And so it is gonna get whelming in density. And that's why this is such an important moment to have this conversation honestly and authentically. All right. I've never seen such an obsession over something like this before by the news media to this extent. I don't watch or read it on purpose for my own sanity, right on. But you know how that goes. You end up being told about it. Yep. Or have websites or social media sites shove it in your face anyway. It's like density is running around like crazy chickens and it's totally nuts. Wow. Very well said, because that is the distraction energy. Keep you distracted. Don't look here. Don't look here. And God forbid you pay attention to everything else that's happening behind the scenes, because there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes right now that this distraction energy is wanting everyone not to see. And this is why we are in that divine moment of lifting up into that beautiful, precious, precious gift of the witness. And guys, I'm going to put up that slide right now. So I want to remind you that this is more than ever. This is this moment in the what do you really want? Lift up into that which you truly are. And you see here, this is the graphic that's showing you there's the third dimension where we learn how to witness, right? And that's very commonly done by a lot of people out there. It's very popular work and it's excellent work because it awakens us. It awakens the greater potentiality. But the fifth dimension is where we relax into the compassionate energy of our divine nature and we become the witnesser of the witness. And then we lift into the seventh where we are witnessing the witnesser. And then we move to the ninth where we become a witness again. And this is important because when we can wrap that compassion around ourselves, right? When we can just say yes to that which we are, and we offer ourselves that much love, that holds us in the fifth dimension where we will be very aware of what we want, because we are actually able to view it with a broader lens. Sometimes we're so close that we absolutely can't see what's in front of us. And so here's the next part of this. He says, this morning I go to my Twitter timeline, and I kid you not, 95% of the post was about the virus. 95%. You think that that's not trying to call your attention? That's ridiculous. I can tell there's a huge amount of manipulation and fear in regards to this. Anytime someone brings it up to me or I see it online by accident, the energy with it is immediately fear. And this is the heart of this email and why I wanted to read it. They are working overtime. We really need to be mindful and careful what is taking up our time and energies these days, as the fear they're broadcasting could cause worse death than the alleged virus that's spreading. I could elaborate more on what I think really caused the virus, but then we'd be getting into the conspiracies of the mind. LOL, wild times we are living in. Sending so much love, many blessings, Benjamin. Benjamin, you rock. I just love you. And so does Shri. And sweetheart, I love the way you describe this, because this is what's going on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it up again because I have it right here, right? Divine directives. When people are afraid, they will give away their power. And they're afraid right now. And not only are people giving away their power, they're standing 3 feet away from each other and they're doing it willingly. When people are terrified, they will give away their souls. And that is what we're witnessing if we stay in this third dimensional energy. And this is exactly what you're talking about here. If you're already afraid, and let's face it, there has been a rise in the planetary thought body of fear. If people are already afraid, then how yummy a virus to get them terrified, and to get them terrified from each other and unified on something that, quote unquote, everybody can agree with. Now, I'm not getting into any type of conspiracy because that's irrelevant. Everything that I just said is the third dimensional mind game of what's going on. So now that I've said that, and remember, I have a daughter in quarantine. She had been in Italy, so I'm very aware of what's happening, guys. She's somewhere in Kansas in quarantine, going crazy. She's so bored. And so I want to share with you that I get it. But now I want you to do this. And this is why I brought you here into my beautiful valley. And come visit Shri and I here at toastedbluemountain.com. As a matter of fact, next week we have our Cosmic Origins group arriving and more people are showing up in 2 days. And so as we are here in this beautiful valley and we have our hand on our heart, remember at the beginning of the show, I asked you to connect with your heart. I'm going to ask you to connect with your heart again right now and notice what you feel. And then I want you to take in a really deep breath, and together, let's just close our eyes for one moment, only if it's safe for you to do so, to close your eyes. And then let's go ahead and take in a deep breath and breathe up into the cosmic energy of compassion of the fifth dimension. Breathe up into it. Just feel yourself expand and breathe up into it. And then we're going to bring it back into this body and notice how our heart feels. So let's do that. All right, let's breathe in. And remember to smile. Yeah, always smile and notice what you feel. And I'm hearing we need to do that 2 more times, guys. So let's breathe in. And really feel your heart. And remember, we're opening up to that cosmic energy of compassion of the fifth dimension. You might want to get that spine straighter. Let's breathe in again. And really feel it. Because in this moment, if you lift with us into the fifth dimension compassion space, we begin to expand the forgive them, they know not what they do. We begin to see that there is nothing to be afraid of. That doesn't say don't be prudent in the world of density. You're carrying a body, be prudent. But what it is saying is that if you are able to go outside of the fear, if you're able to get clear on what you really want, let go of what everything around you is trying to tell you. Let go of that. Just let go of that and absolutely stay in your joy. This is one of the most profound miracle moments. The co-creative energy, the momentum, the support, the ignition of the multidimensional realms. This is an amazing moment. And so you have in front of you an extraordinary opportunity. You know, March is an awareness moment, right? Remember, it's awareness, experience, choice, the cycle of ascended consciousness. And so we are in an awareness month. We just finished a month of choice. And so what is becoming aware? What are you seeing? What's revealing itself? And in the energy of yesterday's super full moon up-level experience, what are you now seeing? What is being revealed with such clarity? And then can you stand in front of that mirror, right? And get nakedly, I mean, balls out, honest with yourself and say, I've had it with the BS. I'm ready to claim the truth of who I am. I know that's why I'm on the planet. Yes, yes, yes. And I am here now. And I just want to put it out there that that's why Shri and I are offering and have partnered up with 2 other beautiful beings to do this 8-week coaching session. And we chose this moment. We absolutely knew we needed the support during this moment, because in this moment, there is an energy that can feel whelming and that can feel like your heart felt when we first touched in. Like I was feeling like a heaviness. So Benjamin, thank you. Number 1, for saying yes to you, because every time that we say no to that which is trying to stop us, we're saying yes to ourselves. Remember that. Every time you say no to that which is trying to stop you, you're saying yes to you. And so it is our moment to say yes, and to say yes to the blessing of who we are. And in so doing, you need to gift yourself by knowing what you really want. And if you're not sure, or even if you are sure, focus on what you love and make sure the 2 meet. Because when those 2 meet, there's nothing I love more than the divine. That's it. I give my life to the divine. That's how I wound up here where I am, and all of that. And because of that, and the focus on the love of that, the blessing is that I really know. And then it's more than knowing what you want. It's knowing what the I that's wanting it wants. And that's where we start moving into these multidimensional experiences that are ours to be able to recommand and to collectively come back together and say yes to. And so I want to go over to the phone bank because we've got so many phone lines coming in. I've got tons of questions over here as well. All right. And let me just get over where we are right here. And so I'm going to begin right up here at the top. I have an unknown wireless caller, and I'm going to welcome them. Welcome, unknown wireless caller. Namaste. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, how am I unknown? I have a number on mine. I'm just surprised that they have me listed as unknown.
Yeah, it
This
just
is
said,
Pauline from New York.
hi, sweetheart. Pauline, namaste.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Welcome.
Great. You know, I noticed a few things on the calendar that's missing. Do you realize October 30th is the last day you have listed? It's supposed to be in October 31st, too.
Well, I guess we'll have to change that. Thank you so kindly for
And
letting us see what we missed.
it's a blue moon as well that month, and I don't know if it's a super one, but I have a feeling that was the other weekend the New Life Expo is doing. No, but you're obviously not going that weekend.
No, we're not.
But I figured it's an important that energy that weekend. I know it's like it's also third dimensional stuff we don't want to get into. So I'm glad you didn't come in October.
Well, thank you.
I know that you know that.
We're going to be in Peru then, actually, and so that was
right.
we will be in Peru.
Right. Or just coming back from Peru, maybe. I don't think you'll be there on that weekend.
Honey, I really don't know, sweetheart. I'm having a hard time with your line. I'm not sure what's going on. Are you? You're not there, are you? Pauline, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened with your line. I was watching it go in and out, but we love you. And it was just so good to hear your voice. So thank you for calling in tonight. Thank you also for opening up and holding so much love and light in New York City. And we are so eager to say hello and meet you in person when we are there in May. And yes, for all of you, it is confirmed. Shri and I are extraordinarily honored and delighted to be bringing the Gathering of the Lineage Holders live to New York City. We will be there May 29 through June 1. Those of you that are coming, make sure you stay through June 1 because that's when we'll be doing our biggest lineage holder gathering. And for those of you that can't join us live, we are going to be also doing live broadcasts. So make sure you're on our newsletter list. All right, let's continue. I am going out to, it looks like I'm just going right here in order in the call board, guys. I'm going to Billings, Montana. Namaste, Billings, Montana. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Wow. I have just been feeling intense energy from the moon. I looked at the moon and first I just want to say I appreciate you so much, everything that you and Shri and Sue and everyone there does for us, the collective, but me personally. And I have been feeling so like stuck and overwhelmed. I don't watch the news. I don't, of course, like a previous, the letter talked about, it's everywhere, this fear. And I just keep trying to stay in the moment and know that all is truly well and listen to your recordings and all that kind of stuff. But if you have any advice, mini soul reading, anything like that, I greatly appreciate any direction and guidance at this point with all this energy that's very intense.
Well, first of all, I just want to offer to you my love and my appreciation. And I love that you're on the air tonight because you are saying that I must have 10 emails here from people saying the same thing and this is that whelm energy. So even before I would, and I am giving you a personal mini soul reading, but even before we get there, I just want to remind all of us that this is the energy that's out there. This is the distraction. Remember that when we are in fear, we cannot be in trust. Trust and fear are exclusive. And so I'm just reminding you of that because you're doing the hard work. And that's what it takes until we get to that moment where we can really anchor in the fifth dimension. And remember, what stops us from anchoring in the fifth dimension is exactly fear. And so you're doing everything right. You're doing so many things right. The key is just to remind yourself for these moments, on a very practical level. Do the sticky note practice, the good old fashioned sticky note practice. You get a pack of sticky notes and on every single sticky note, you write thank you and the word breathe. And then you put them everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Put them in the cereal box, put them in the cupboard, put them in the, in with your toothbrush, in with the mirror, in on a piece of money in your wallet, put them everywhere. And every time you see one, all you have to do is put a hand to your heart. This is basically how we can stop fear from getting bigger. It's a very practical exercise that works. You bring your hand to your heart. Every time you see a sticky note, you take in a deep breath and you just say, thank you. Because it's a moment where you remember who you are. And the more that you practice remembering who you are, the easier it becomes to stay anchored outside of the density. It doesn't mean you won't engage it. It doesn't mean you won't experience it. But what it will do is give you the opportunity to constantly see it in the bigger view, which always gives you the answers. So if you combine that with the focus plus commitment equals attainment and what you really want, that's the jump start. So that's all the practical stuff that I wanted to offer, because you're sharing. I know everybody listening is saying, hey, that's me. And as far as you, my angel, I also want to add to that you are currently right now, the word they keep giving me is navigating the river of that which you are unsure of. It's like you're in this boat and you're on this kind of a gentle river, but you don't have any oars. So you're kind of holding on to the boat and you're going down the river and you've gotten pretty good at balancing, but you really want to get over to this other shore. And they're saying all you need to do is stand up and know that you're not going to fall, and you will discover that you don't need the river and that you don't need the boat. That if you just stand up and say, I'm over this, I can do this, it's right in front of you. They're saying everything is right in front of you, and it's just about saying and claiming it. And so thank you. I'm really honored to have had this time with you this afternoon. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I feel so blessed, and I'm just so grateful for you and your words of wisdom. And this, I just love this. This is a beautiful reminder about the sticky note and everything that you said. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my love. We love you so much. Namaste.
Love
Namaste. And I want to say, I don't know if I missed my break at TFR. I'm sorry if I did. Shri, did I miss my break at TFR? All right. He's going just by a little bit. So, all right, we're going to keep going here. But guys, I just want to give you a heads up. I will be at the half an hour welcoming them back, since I was really involved. The soul readings are just so, Shri and I are both sitting here just smiling. The soul readings are such a reflection of you, of this incredible community. You are just extraordinary. So I want to jump back over to over here to this email area, and then I'm going to come back to the call board again, and there might be a line or two if somebody else would want to jump in, but I mean, there's plenty of us here. But if you want to jump in, 517-208-1500. Okay, I want to read this one, and my heart is really going out on this email, and I know that there's a lot of you that are probably experiencing something very similar as well. So let me read this. Another really powerful subject line: I am reaching for a hand to hold. So let's all just really feel that right now, because that's what our community is it not? That we each have each other's hand and we don't let go. All right. So we've got you, babe. We've got you. Dear Shri and Kira, this is April. I have taken a couple of your courses this past year, and I've been following you for 7 years now, and my life changed the moment I found you on YouTube. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for all that you do for me and for everyone. You have taught me so much, such as reaching for that hand that I know is there, even though I can't see anything but density right now. I have been on a journey that is repeating, and I can't take it anymore. Oh, honey, we feel you. I keep finding myself in situations where I believe the person is on the same page as me, but then like a month or so, I find that they are not the people they claim to be. Breathe, angel. We know we've been here. We understand. All right. I am a healer and a master, and in this moment, I say I must be the one who is not being truthful. It is a reflection of myself that I find in others. Why else would I attract such people to me? And then the depression sets in, because I have been working on this for 7 years. I have thoughts of taking my life today, and that is why I'm asking for help now. I know it is not mine. I know this is the density trap. I know tonight's show is going to give me the boost that I need to see past this. And may I please ask for a mini soul reading? Thank you, and all my love to you both, April. April, I want you to hear something that somebody told me years ago when I tried to take my life too. So I know where you're at, Angel. I have been here. And what they told me then, I still more than once called back in, and here it is. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary moment. That's all it is. What's in front of you right now is not real at all. What's happening is that you are, welcome back, TFR. Hey, I just got the signal. Welcome back, TFR. We are in the middle of a very power-filled reading. I'm really glad that you're here. We just read an email from a beautiful woman named April, who is an incredible healer, 7 years on the journey, and yet is still feeling like taking her own life, and the depression sets in, and all of the other things that come with that. And I did not give that paraphrase enough, but April, I want to continue right where I was when we came back in at TFR Live, and I apologize for that. And for all of you that have ever felt this way, as I was saying, when years ago, I do not lay claim to this, but suicide is nothing more than a permanent solution to a temporary problem, a temporary challenge, a moment, a blip, a blink of the eye. This is exactly what we were talking about in the first half of the show. The illusion is doing everything it can to stop those of us that are masters, that are healers. Now, honey, 7 years. Good for you. I'm glad you got through it so fast. Right on, mama. Here's the gift. Each of us is unfolding in our own time. Let us not forget. Have you read my book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home? I mean, I was so stubborn. It took me over 10 years just to get the gift of my near-death experience. I mean, sometimes we can be pretty stubborn in our mastery. When we are constantly calling the same type of being to us over and over again, it is to bring us exactly to where you are right now. Where you are right now, I remember I was here. I had my fourth marriage had just ended. I was like, that's it. Everything else, I had lost my beautiful home. Everything was going. And I thought, you know what? Here it is right in front of me right now. I'm the one. I have to look in the mirror at me. Only it's not about depression. It's that moment of excitement, that moment of breakthrough where looking at you is happening from your fifth dimensional beingness, where you're being honest enough to look at yourself and go, oh my God, I do deserve a wonderful life, right? I do deserve. And for me, it was, I do deserve, if I was going to be in partnership, I deserved a husband that was going to be able to meet me where I was rather than me keep compromising who I am. And so I applied that to everything in my life. And all of the angels around you right now are standing here saying, are you ready? Because we're ready to fly. And all you need to do is stand up. We've got you. My love, the gift that you are bringing to all of us this evening is an opportunity for each of us to remember that we deserve because we were born, and that we are waking, that the lineage holders are rising, that the amplification of the lineage holders that's going to begin in New York City at the end of May, continue with 2 more sessions with Sri and I via video in June and July. We are going to come together more than we ever have before. And in that birthing, it means you're visible. So smile at the radiant blessing that you are at this moment right now. This is that moment where we stand up, where we jump for joy, and we say, I've got it. Thank you to every one of those partners. Thank you to every one of those relationships for bringing me to where I am right now. Without you, I would not be me, and I bow before your mastery for playing your role so perfectly. Thank you for loving me enough to say yes. And I want you to breathe that in. And I just want all of us right now to send our love to April and to all of us who are carrying a piece of April inside of us, who have had an April experience, who understand what's happening right now. And I want you to breathe that in. There you are. And relax. Beautiful. April, thank you for your courage. It takes courage to write a letter like that. You're amazing. All right, we're going to go back to this call board, and it looks like I'm going to Woodward, Oklahoma. Hey, Oklahoma, namaste, welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Namaste. I'm so glad to have you on. I'm kind of freezing up for some reason and all of a sudden emotional. But, okay, so this coronavirus. I know we've already talked about it, but my main concern is the whole 5G
Mhm.
and how it's like it messes with our bodies and stuff. And I don't really know how to, I guess, I don't know, get back on my path. But besides all that, I would like a mini solar game.
Well, first of all, sweetheart, thank you for asking. And I need to let you know, make sure you come to next week's show. Next week's show is all about the 5G. I have special guest Christine Job on. I mean, you want to be there next week. You have a right to be concerned about the 5G because the 5G is a frequency. Remember that we are frequency, right? Our higher self is a frequency. We are frequency. And so the 5G is a frequency, and that frequency is doing everything it can to shut. It's really going after the third eye and the throat, and it's also got a heart issue. All right. So this is first and foremost, if you have not been to the website Aura, AURA, EnergyShield.com, go there. And the reason that I'm sharing that with you is there are some practical things you can do. Just wearing a scarf, putting on a few little things can help. However, that frequency breeds, it's like fuel for fear. So when we are focused on it, remember, focus plus commitment equals attainment. And that goes in everything we do. So if we are focused on something like 5G and we are committed, meaning that we're really focused, then we're worried about it, then we're actually attaining that which we're trying to not attain. And so I'm not saying you're doing anything that you shouldn't be doing. What I am saying is that the reason you're feeling the way you're feeling is because, yeah, there is in the third dimension, it is absolutely having a profound effect. So, couple things that really help minimize it. Laughter. Believe it or not, the frequency of laughter is an actual neutralizing energy. The frequency of peace, frequent meditation, is a neutralizing energy. The energy of love, real love that does not have attachment to it, just that love energy, that frequency. So listening to shows like this, staying around that which is positive, enjoying your life, those are actually things you can do that help neutralize the frequency. And if you can do things like wear a scarf, that really helps, put on a little ball cap or a beanie, and these are all at auraenergyshield.com. All of that is going to help because you don't have to work so hard to be in neutral. I also want to add, and thank you for asking that. And again, you really want to be here on next week's show. But I want to add also on a very personal note for you. And I'm loving how all of you, this beautiful community, each one of these readings tonight, you're all carrying for each other. In your case, my angel, I will share this with you. There is right behind you, I mean, like right behind you as I'm connecting with your energy field, what looks like a Native American. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a male, beautiful being. And he is standing behind you with his hands. They're like straight out, like reaching out to the earth. Very, very tall, very, very tall, very crystalline looking, but yet wanted me to be very clear that he's carrying this energy of being a Native American. And he's gazing at you and he's saying, come walk with me again in that which you consider to be the shadow land, and I will show you what you have forgotten, and you will remember that which you are. And so it is.
Thank you so much.
I
have
love
one more quick question.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my second child in 30 days, and then I have a 4-year-old. And they're probably my main, they're probably the reason why I get so stressed out, because I want to protect them to the best of my ability. And I have changed our diet and everything. And I don't know how to, I guess, breathe,
Baby, I just want you to know right now that you are getting ready to bring one of the most vibrant beings I have had the pleasure of connecting with in a long time into the planet. Your world's changing in 30 days, and everything about it is it's like a blossom. It's a moment of blooming. I feel a crown energy in you. I feel this blossoming. Now I know why this beautiful being is standing behind you. My ears are igniting. Honey, put your hands right now on that beautiful child. Put your arm around your other child, your energetic arm if need be, and just feel the love that is radiating between you. And I promise you, 30 days from now, it's all going to shift and you're going to be really pleased with this shift. I'm really glad you got through today. Thank you. I can feel our whole community just loving you right now. You've got like everybody going, we love you. We love you so much. Mwah. Bye, honey. Bye. Oh, how beautiful. And so, guys, hey, I think my beloved Shri should join the show. Shri, do you want to join the show? He's given me a look. I think don't you think though? I'm thinking with all of you that are on the phone and all the things that are happening here, it just feels like the balance would be great since he's just right here. And since I love him so much, I just have to have him on the other side of the camera. So here comes Shri bringing his chair and everything. So, this was completely unplanned. All right. I just love that he lets me put him on the spot like this. So let's welcome Sri Ramka, huh? Hey, everybody. Welcome to my beloved Sri Ramka.
Hi.
Yeah. And so my angel, we are, wow, look at that. Look what happened. That's kind of interesting.
What happened?
Our green screen. You see that?
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here
I
we
know
are.
how to fix that.
Okay. See, this is why I need him here. So he can do things like know how to fix the green screen. And so, all right, we're going to go back to the phone lines now that you're here, Sri.
All right. Let's talk to folks.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to share about what's been going on tonight before we go any further about our callers or our letters?
Well, I am concerned a little bit with how easily fear can infect one's sense of trust and confidence in the nature of the world and this experience that we share, because fear is the ultimate spiritual springboard once you spring through it. But until you have sprung through it, it is the ultimate prison and will inhibit your empowerment. It'll inhibit your creativity. It will inhibit your joy. And it causes a fixated point of view. The problem with fear is it separates people from their divinity. Yeah. It separates us from our true spiritual nature, which is powerful. We are powerful creator beings, and we do not measure our power by worldly circumstances. We can measure our power by the degree of peace, love, and joy that we can radiate in spite of those circumstances. And so
that's the yoga of self-ascension.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And so we, meaning the collective, are being tested in a way. That what's going on right now is another uptick in kind of lemming think. and this uptick in lemming think, I don't know if that's a word we could use.
I don't know if it is or not, Shrey, but you want to go back over the call board?
Yeah.
All
I'm just saying we have a chance to move through this, and we honor who we are and our initial reactions, and we make a choice to move through it in a healthy way.
All right. Well, I'm loving this, and thank you for joining us. I'm just so glad he's here with us, and I'm going to go right here to, it looks like Fort Collins, Colorado. So, hey, Fort Collins, Colorado, namaste. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
It's going great.
Hey. So yeah, I was just thinking. Well, this is Joe, by the way. You know who I am. As far as like wanting for like what I want in the spirit propaganda, I feel like bad. It's like I'm in a state of so much bliss. My sacral, especially my third chakra today. It's like I'm so alive. My third eye area is throbbing, but I just feel so high and blissful. It's like I'm disconnected from the collective. But it's like I feel bad. It's like, what can I do? Because like all eyes on me in a way. You know, it's like how do I say it? Like yeah, it's like I am at the state where it's like I'm getting contacted a lot. I'm in this place, but it's like what's happening is this Trojan horse that's coming in, the virus, whatever, is because like all these arrests are going to be happening and all this stuff's going to be going down, you know, and people are, and that's a last ditch effort to feed off this fear. They're trying to create this fear thing, and this is like they're you know, you back a monster in a corner, it's not, there's no defeat, it's just going to keep clawing, you know. So
absolutely
it's just, we're winning. God has won.
Hey,
so we already won.
I love it. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I was out running errands, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna call. I want to do this. So I was like, I totally forgot my train of thought.
You know, I want to comment.
Like,
go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
So when I was doing some really intense work last weekend, I really like took some big strides, you know, in the direction. Like I came face to face with like the puppet masters and stuff. I looked in the mirror, I seen the eye through me.
Right.
They're looking through me. You know what I mean?
Right on.
So it's like I was face to face with these guys and like slapping around a little bit. These brittle creatures, like little gremlins, like latch onto people's backs. You know, I know a lot. You know, I've seen too much. Yeah. So like I've been contacted by celebrities and stuff, and I don't know. It's weird.
Well, you know, I want you to first of all breathe. And I want to say thank you for the one thing that you mentioned earlier about your third chakra and about the joy and the bliss, because that is exactly what is available right now if you say yes to it. And so what you can do, first of all, is keep being the best you are. Keep modeling that is happening. You know, this is what Sri and I were talking about on Sunday's show, is that in this moment right now, when we ask the question, what can I do? We can keep living the best that we are. If we are having these experiences, then we can model them. It's not about having to do anything other than continue to have that divine moment. And so I'm grateful that you're having that experience, you know, and I also appreciate everything that you're sharing and about what you're seeing. One of the gifts of mastery, and this is the reading that they're asking me to give you today. One of the gifts of mastery is knowing when we are to share what we are seeing and when we need to just witness it, master it, and become aware of why we're being shown. You are at an up-level moment. We are in the middle of an up-level moment. It's no accident you got through tonight. We are in the middle of an up-level moment in this super full moon energy. You, my angel, are being invited to make yet another choice of your awareness. You're going to see even more. But what you're being invited to do is to start harnessing the mastery of what you're being gifted with and to really pay attention to that. They're saying that there is a 3-month window in front of you that is inviting you to witness. And after that moment, which of course, you know, it totally coincides with these 3 full supermoons, right? March, April, May. And after that moment, which would mean in June, you will know the step to take. And that's the message that is coming to you this evening. And I am really honored to be with you tonight. I'm feeling your energy, the beauty of you and your soul on the planet. And thank you for being here, honey, at this moment.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. The other day I did watch a show and the affirmations, like, you know, like the triangulation and stuff like that. It just instantly, I can do that instantly with just like it's kind of nice having a translator in a way, because I don't know what's going on, like heaviness or something.
I understand.
And it's like it can instantly manifest. You know what I mean? Like
I do.
Like, and just like, and it happens, like the energy when we connect. You know what I mean? When we connect, on, you know, I give my energy. I mean, I can just look on YouTube and view people before. You know, it's just like what it is. Not me. It's through me. You know what I mean? I don't like saying I. My ego's kind of vanished. My thinking, my brain is kind of out of the equation more. It's more of a feeling, more of like a telepathy, more of like an energy. Like there's always light swirling around me. I mean, like it's just like,
welcome
more like,
to this realm.
Like disconnecting from like the talking. It's just weird. It's like, it's like I'm getting more higher vibrational. It's like I'm vibrating so high, like, you know, it's like
you are
running through me. It's like,
so, sweetheart, I'm going to need to say goodbye because we have a lot of others, but I want you to hear this.
Yep.
You are doing that.
Okay.
All right. You are.
Breathe
more,
up into it. Breathe more and smile.
Yeah. We love you, honey.
All right.
Namaste. Bye, honey.
All right.
What
have
an
a good one. Bye.
All right. You too, sweetheart. What an angel. All right, Sri, where are we going? Are we going to another, let's go here. Let's go to Monica. Let's go to Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, Monica. Namaste, sweetheart.
Hi. Namaste.
Namaste. We saw you hiding out there on the call board. I thought we'd welcome you into this special evening.
Well, I saw you too, and I'm looking at this amazing, huge moon, which is still up in the sky.
Yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's such a celebration. And, you know, and thank you for moon gazing, right? I mean, that is the gift. I mean, we have tonight and really tomorrow, you can kind of still get the embers, you know, still enjoy it quite a bit. So I'm glad you're connecting.
Yeah. And, you know, the words of wisdom are echoing through my heart that, you know, what has been going on, this too shall pass, and the eternal is the eternal. So
beautiful. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Well, we are at a glorious moment, and it is a gift to say hello to you this evening.
Thank you. And I wonder, Kira and Sri, if you might look into my heart and offer me a mini soul reading, please.
You know, it's so cute. I immediately saw, you sent me a picture of two doves. And I immediately, right. And I immediately saw the two doves when you said the mini soul reading and look into your heart. That's what I saw in your heart were these two doves. Only they were like they're like a soft pink, and they're kind of like dancing.
Whoa.
And what they're saying is that you are being given like all these signs, and that you are to now interpret them in the ways that are taking you to the next level of your own divine nature. And these two beautiful doves are just sitting in your heart right now. And it's like not anything you need to do. There's not anything you need to know about, other than they just wanted you to know that that presence is already igniting a new way of being with your heart. And it's very beautiful, and it's very fun, and it's very joy filled. And so thank you. I'm feeling that. I'm really feeling that. So thank you for bringing all of us this evening.
Oh, Claire, you're welcome, and thanks for gifting that back to me. And you know, they flew toward me. I opened the balcony, and they literally flew toward me, and we had like our eyes locked.
I love it.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was more than just a freak thing. You know, it's definitely part of the energy that's going on in you right now. So I'm glad that you brought that to all of us this evening. And thank you, my angel. It was an honor to speak with you tonight. Mwah. We'll see you in New York. See you in New York?
Yes.
All right. We'll see you in New York. Namaste, sweetheart. Much love.
Love you.
We love you, honey. Bye-bye. All right. Well, Sri, do you think we have time to take one more or no?
Well, yeah, we do. Let's take a breath and smile and see where we're meant to connect.
Excuse me. All right. Well, we have another person from Cleveland. What do you think?
Why not?
All right. I mean, we got people from all over the world here, but I just find that to be very serendipitous. All right. Hey, we're going back to Cleveland, Ohio. Namaste. Welcome to the show.
Namaste.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi. Wow. This is so incredible that I'm on here. I was literally falling asleep, and I've been wanting to call in for so long, and I got the nudge. I checked my email, and I saw your email, and wow.
I love that.
Incredible.
We love that. Yeah. Welcome.
This is so cool. I would absolutely love a mini soul reading if you would. And I just want to say that I feel really connected to you guys. I had an experience. It was like an out-of-body experience shortly after I did one of your courses, and I feel like I met you in it, Kira, and it was so powerful. And after that, I dove down and swam in the water, and it was just like the most incredible experience I've ever had. And I felt really connected to you guys ever since. So I've been wanting to share that for a while.
Wow. I am feeling that so deeply. Thank you for saying yes to you. You know, it is always such a blessing when we are able to integrate experiences from other realms into this experience, because it calls forward the affirmation of our divine presence. And as I'm connecting with you this evening, all I'm seeing is this beam of light. It's coming straight out of your crown. It's like this straight up beam of light. And everything around you is like getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And the message is coming from Mary. They're just saying Mary. I'm like, which Mary? They're saying Mary. And so it's like, you know, is it the Maria? It's just like this energy of this divine feminine presence that is coming forward with this name Mary. Very, very elegant, very grace-filled, very much illuminated. And the message that she's bringing to you is she's saying, my most beloved child, it is a moment of your divine upliftment, and the rosary of that which is the heart of your divine nature is being assembled. and she's showing me roses, and she's wearing them around your neck. She's putting them around your crown. She's putting them around your wrists. And she's saying that infuse thyself in the purity of that essence, meaning I would get rose oil, and you will remember even more. This being wants to talk through you, and I would start at least writing and connecting. And so thank you for opening that beautiful gateway for all of us. I'm actually dizzy. I think that's probably why I called Shreya knowing this was going to happen, because I have to hold on to our table right now. You kind of knocked me out there. And so thank you. Thank you, because I believe we're at the end of the show. And so thank you for ending the show in such a beautiful way. We love you.
Thank you so much. I love you as well.
Namaste, sweetheart. Go
Many
back to
blessings.
sleep. And Shri,
We got a minute. Yeah.
we have 1 minute. All
Yeah.
right.
So, I just want to say that there is so much grace, beauty, and love that is surrounding all of us all of the time. And where we put our attention is what we're saying, I choose to love that. And if you're putting your attention on the fear, you're choosing to love it. If you're putting your attention on what is emerging that's positive, you're choosing to love that. Our attention is sacred. Your attention, your focus, and as Kira reminded you earlier, your commitment manifest.
Focus plus commitment equals attainment, always will.
Yeah.
The question is, are you conscious of what you are focused on and what you are committed to? What do you want and what do you love?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And we want to say thank you to our friends at TFR Live as we say goodbye and goodnight to them. And for all of us here at YouTube and Oneness Talk Radio, as we come to a close, let's take a smile and put one right here.
Let's do it. From our beautiful valley to your beautiful world, may your heart know how much we love you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Mwah.